Alright, current chapter is missing value. So far, we have been working with perfectly clean data, 3 employee, 4 columns, no surprises. But real data is never like that. The data set your boss hand you on your first day at work, it will have empty cells, blank rows, weird artifacts, left over from Excel, every kind of mess you can imagine. Your first day you facing the data, there has so many missing value, you just think what a messy. Okay, so in these chapters we are going to learn how to clean that up. Formulas just detect the missing value with isna, drop empty rows with dropna, fill gap with fillna, and propagate value forward with a fill, just we say the forward fill. So get this right, and the rest of your analysis can be trusted. So get them wrong, and every chart you make letters will be quietly lying to you. So just let's start by loading some real messy data. So I wanna give you the real data is like this way. So you can see later we needed to using the pandas read Excel, and this data, this Excel file I already uploaded to the Moodle. So if you need, you can download from the Moodle. So the first one is when we're using the pandas read Excel, this function, and to read the file, and we got a problem is like this. We needed to import open pyxl. Okay, that's failed. So that means we don't have this packaging. So we needed to import or download this package. So you can go to the anaconda prompt to using the pip install open pyxl. And if you are using the Mac, and please using the conda prompt, and you need to type with conda install open pyxl, and you can use it. You can use it. So our first data is just like this way. I will show you this one. Wait a moment. Okay, here is our missing value, and we can use it. So now you can see our data is here. We got so many NaN data. NaN data, that means we don't have the data. That's like missing value. Okay, so you can check with our PowerPoint, just like here. Okay, maybe in the third row, fourth rows, that is also the bunny, but when we reading from the pandas, that will be an NaN value. Okay, so later maybe we need to do something with that. And also in here, the Felix math is an empty, and so we also needed to fill with that. Okay, so let's keep going. And at the beginnings, we got so many NaN data, so we needed to check with our data. And the first way is we needed to using isna. Isna is a way to help you, a way of checking for the missing value. That will show us the Boolean value. So if today that is a null value, that will be true. And if today we have the data, that will be false. Just like the first one, this is a bunny, so this is false, and the second one is NaN, so in here will be true. So that is null. And here is we will start to drop in missing value, because in your data maybe there has so many missing value. We can see in here, maybe in the row, the third row, the whole row is NaN. Okay, so maybe in here later we will drop it out. In the row 7 we can also drop it out. This is no meaning with that. So in here we can use in the student drop NA axis with index how is equal to O, and I will show you what's the difference. The first one is drop row where every column is a NaN. Okay, so the when axis is index, we will drop row, is not a column. And how is O, that is we drop a row only if every value is a NaN. So we can notice here, now we focus on the rows. Okay, we focus on the rows data, not the column data. So we focus on the row data, and access we needed to use in the index. And if today we needed to deal with the whole empty row, and we needed to set it up with how all. Okay, how is equal to all is on when the whole row is empty, is missing value. So we will drop it out. So that is their meaning. And axis is we can set it up with 0 or 1. Okay, is axis you can set it up with index and the column. Index is you just dropping up the piece of the data. Maybe the index 0 is our first data, and the index 1 is our second data, index 2 is our third data. Okay, and you can also use in the column. Column is you need to depends on the column name, column subject, column score, and to do something. But traditionally we will use in this way because our data will just put like this way. Okay, so the axis is equal to index is more popular. And here you will in the previous page we using the O, but actually you can also use in the any. Just if today there has any column, okay, any data is NaN, so we can drop it out. So that is aggressive approaches. Maybe I think in nowadays we will prefer to using OR, just a gentle approach, because maybe we just missing one cell or two cell. We can fill with the other number, that will be fine. But if today you drop it out, that will be the huge things. Okay, maybe the finally your numbers of the data is not enough. Okay, so I will prefer you to using the O. Okay, but this is really depends on you. Okay, and and here we can fill in missing value. Okay, fill in missing value is we try to put some data into the missing value. Okay, so if today I using the student score is equal to student score fill NA, is just when in the score there have the sum score is zero is NaN, so I can put in, so that will be the 0. This will be the 0. Okay, but you only fill NA is not enough, you set this up. Okay, this is equal to, so you will assign this when we put the 0 into here, and that will be our final data set. Okay, so you will assign with this, so to check our data set already be renewed, so we needed to put the equal in here. Okay, so we needed to assign it back. And here is beyond 0, just maybe there has the other fill strategy. You don't need to only fill the 0, you can also fill the mean, fill the median, fill the fill or unknown, like this way. Okay, so for example, if today you wanna that is normally distributed numeric data, and maybe we needed to fill with the mean, and maybe that is time series, and you can use in the math ffill. Okay, but the common business pairing is like this way. Just if today this is a sales data, and we needed to be honest, so that will be 0. And if today this is a survey score, and we can fill with a mean. Okay, if all the data is 0, maybe that will make our model is not fit with our imagination, so we will try to use in the mean. And the stock prices will be the forward fill. Maybe just in this year you don't have the data, we can use in your previous data and to fill it. Okay, so this is just our common business pairing. Okay, so in maybe I will show you on the code just in here. It's null, we can see some is true, some is false. Okay, and the drop NA is here. Index we can also set it up with a column, and how we can set it up with any. Okay, that is just really depends on you. Okay, so traditionally you can see we have the 10 rows and in here we still have the 10 rows, but some of the row already be dropped out, like the row 3, like the row 7 already be dropped out. And in here we can fill in the missing value, just like our score. We can see traditionally here is 0, right? So the row 5 we needed to drop the 0 in there. So I will show you the row file will also be the 0, right? And the row 7 will also be the 0. But you will feel that why we still have the row 7 in here, because when we drop it out we didn't set it up, but in here we set it up when we fill the 0 and we set it up with our score is that. Okay, so that's already changed it, that's already be 0. Okay, and now the another thing is forward fill. What is forward fill? It's just like here, the row 0, that is a bunny data, and the row 1 actually that is also bunny data, because we can see here the row 2, the row 2, row 3, row 4 all is bunny data. Row 6, row 7, row 8, that's FedEx data. So we can see the math, the programming, that is bunny data. The math programming is FedEx data. Math programming is common data. So we can go to our code. Okay, we can go to our code to using this way. Student name ffill. Just when that is empty, we will use in previous value to fulfill it. Okay, so later here will be bunny. Okay, and later here will be Felix, and later this will be common. So we will show you this. Okay, the bunny, Felix, common. Okay, so that is ffill. Okay, and the next we will try to move on. The next part is this. Okay, ffill. If you cannot understand what I talk about, you can try to see this page. Ffill is just the value from the above drip down to the fill, the gap, just we use in the previous record to fulfill it. Okay, and now if you finish your missing value, okay, we can already put some data into the missing value, and we can also check with that. And after all your processing, you can save this data frame to your Excel file. So that is a two-way to store it. The first one is you just wanna store it. The second one is you don't wanna set it up with an index. Okay, our default mode will have the index, but sometimes is you don't need to use in the index, right? So you can set it up with the index is equal to false. So I will show you here when we run it, and we already create the file. Where is our file? You can see in here. Where is our file name is 10 missing value. Okay, you can see here 10 missing value, 5 seconds and 3 seconds. So that is our data. Okay, and finally we got another assignment. Okay, so here's a scenario. Just a teacher exported student grade to the CSV. Okay, but some values are missing, so detect the gap and fill them with 0. Okay, so now you have we have 4 students: Alex, Beth, Corey, and Donna, and with math and English course scores. And you are notice some of NP, NAM. Okay, that is our missing value. Okay, So we try to save it. Okay, we try to deal with that. So then we needed to fill all missing value with 0 and assign the result back to the grad, and print the grad to verify the cleanup work. Okay, so we needed to finish this. Okay, just change here and all the missing value with 0. Okay, and finally, please upload your screenshot to the Zuvio by May 12th. It's also same with our assignment 11.1, and just upload a screenshot to Zuvio. Okay, so these actually today we have the two assignment cover the most common move you will use in any real pandas analysis, and we can build in a data frame, creating new column and handling missing value. If you can do this confidently, and you are ready for next week's class. Okay, just wish you will have a good week.